What is going on with the price of Hamster Combat, Notcoin, and Dogs? At this particular moment, a lot of you guys are obviously frustrated. A lot of you guys have obviously made a lot of losses. So a lot of you are wondering whether the price of Hamster Combat is going to continue going down and what you are supposed to be doing in these trying moments. So we're going to take a look at the technical analysis as far as these three coins are concerned. I'm just going to be giving you my overview of what you are supposed to be doing. Of course, this is not financial advice. Without further ado, hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to keep you posted and I'm going to make you a lot of money. So Hamster Combat, let's take a look at the statistics. Market cap is down to around 270,000, or rather 270 million US dollars, while the fully diluted valuation is 420 million 420 million US dollars, right? While the circulating supply is still the same, pretty much the same. And, the circulating supply is 64 billion in comparison to the total and the maximum supply, which is around 100 billion tokens out there. So obviously, when it comes to the inflation rate at this particular moment is gonna be very, very impactful in the future, because we understand that about precisely 30% of the coins are going to be released to the markets. So if you guys know when they are going to be releasing the remaining 30%, drop it in the comment section below. So what has been happening to the price of Hamster Combat over the past couple of weeks? As you can see right over here, we've had a dramatic and drastic drop in terms of the price of Hamster Combat, and obviously in the near future we're going to have a reversal period and a reversal point. So the most interesting highlighting factor that I really need to bring to your attention is due to the fact that in the past few days, right, we obviously had this amazing price trajectory and we ended up losing this line of support. So if you take a look at that particular range, right now we have a potential deviation. A potential deviation is what we spoke about in my previous video. So the people who follow this YouTube channel already understand what I'm talking about, because I did talk about us potentially having a deviation where the market makers come back below these particular levels, because there's a lot of stop losses, a lot of stop loss hunting, and a lot of liquidity grabbing. So we are potentially seeing the bottom of Hamster Combat as it is right now, because we had a lot of buying interest right over here. Then the market makers put the plug because they want to get rid of all the people that got in prematurely, and they needed to trigger their stop losses. However, another theory could be we are most likely going to continue going lower and the price of Hamster Combat is going to sort of be at the bottom. But that is highly unlikely due to the fact that Hamster Combat has got a market cap of only 270 million US dollars. But if you take a look at the fully diluted valuation, which is 420 million US dollars, right? Of course, we've got another leg, or rather, we've got some sort of room towards the downside. But one thing you have to understand is Hamster Combat is a huge project, and it is representing the Ton blockchain ecosystem coins, and they wouldn't want to really disintegrate this project, and they wouldn't want the markets to sort of lose interest in this project, because if it really drops significantly lower at a very fast pace, right, a lot of people are already going to end up deserting the project, and a lot of people are going to have bad blood towards this particular project, and it might not recover. So market makers, for the most part, understand this fact, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of them are not really going to risk it that much. So there is a high probability that the price of Hamster is definitely going to be able to bounce. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is we were anticipating this deviation to occur, where the price sort of dips below the known support levels right over here, and just basically take out all that liquidity, then bounce towards the upside. So the telltale sign that over, right, is when we have ferocious buying power back into this rectangular level of support and resistance that I'm talking about, because this is where preliminary interest go in with regards to safeguarding the hamster token off of the markets. And this is where a lot of buying, like some sort of significant buying power entered the market. So what I'm looking for is that aggressive move towards this particular rectangular box, and us obviously getting to sort of make that trajectory coming back. If we ever do that, right, then there's a higher likelihood that we obviously bounced, and we're going to bounce and we're going to go higher. Okay, so one thing that you have to understand is the point of control is right over here around 0.004712. This is where a lot of retail money sort of go in, and the smart money is obviously getting to accumulate more and more, especially below these levels, because that's where the safest position as far as Hamster Combat is concerned. So more of the story is expect a bounce to happen, because we have already taken out the liquidity right over here, and a lot of stop losses were hunted, so a lot of people got fused out of their positions, and we are obviously going to end up pushing towards the upside pretty soon. So hang in there, and you guys are going to be very good. So like I initially told you, right, dollar cost average entry, this trading action was your first entry. Right now you're supposed to be loading in your second entry. If or when we end up going lower, then you can definitely load up some more tokens at the bottom. So I am heavily loading up right now, and I'm just dollar cost averaging at this particular moment. So I'm going to be adding my second position as far as Hamster Combat is concerned. So it's all about dollar cost averaging, and we're going to end up doing very well. So anyway, let's move to Notcoin, because Notcoin has been very solid. Of course, we understand Notcoin is the leader of the Tone ecosystem right now, because it has got the highest market cap valuation. So there's obviously more price fluidity here. There's a lot more holders, and the prices, the price of Notcoin has obviously a diverse number of holders, and the sentiment towards Notcoin is way better than Hamster Combat, because Hamster Combat is a relatively newer project, and the airdrop was not really as successful as the Notcoin airdrop. So a lot of people prefer Notcoin, and this is one of the reasons it obviously has got more holders. And then when you talk about the fully diluted valuation and the market cap, right, Notcoin is obviously a well-rounded and balanced type of project, even though it has got a maximum supply. Because if you take a look at the circulating supply, which is around 102 billion US dollars, the fully diluted market cap valuation right over here is pretty similar to the market cap, which is absolutely needed with regards to transparency and just basically planning out your trades. This is one of the reasons why we are obviously seeing it hold its value. So if you take a look at the past 30 days, right, Notcoin has barely budged. It has dropped only about 1%. So in comparison to the past 14 days, right, obviously Notcoin has dropped by about 7.3%, which is a very good solid stance, if you would ask me. So the people who have been holding Notcoin have got very strong diamond hands. So with that said, now let's take a look at Notcoin and see where we are definitely going to be going. So as far as Notcoin is concerned, I really believe that the price has obviously matured, and Notcoin is bound to perform better than a lot of these other newer projects, because it has got a significantly much more mature price trajectory. So I know there's a lot of analysis paralysis on your end looking at this at these charts, but take a look at this. All right, so let me get rid of that, and let me go on the 8 hours so that you guys understand what I'm talking about. So if you take a look at the rectangular area of value, okay, that we are concerned about, right, obviously at this particular moment, it is clear for us to figure out and see that the point of control, the POC, the area of a lot of traded contracts is right over here around 0.00757. Okay, so the current price is a very significant area because this is where a lot of buying power is coming through as Notcoin is concerned. So this is one of the reasons why I am super happy that this particular project is standing its ground. So take a look at this. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the brush. So we had this price trajectory, we pushed up, and then we came back down. The only thing that hasn't happened with regards to Notcoin is we haven't taken down the liquidity. We haven't taken out this particular liquidity. So I'm looking out for that particular price action as far as Notcoin is concerned, because there's a probability that the market makers would want to grab this liquidity, just like we saw with Hamster Kombat. But you have to understand that Notcoin is a way much more mature and developed cryptocurrency in terms of the price discovery and price action. So this is one of the reasons why the price taking out this particular POC, because if you take a look on the right side, right, this is where a lot of contracts were traded. This is where the smart money came through. So the price, after pushing up so very much, came back below the POC, and right now we are trading above it, which is absolutely bullish. So I wouldn't be surprised if the price of Notcoin had to ferociously bounce right over here. But I'm also looking out for an opportunity for the market makers to sort of get rid of these stop losses right over here. All you need to do is just dip the price below this standard line of support that a lot of people are looking at, and there's going to be a whole lot of liquidity. And if that happens, we're going to see a deviation and the price comes back into this rectangular area of interest, and from there we can obviously push back and do very well. So we are obviously at a very good line of interest, and this is a very good fair price as far as Notcoin is concerned. So this is one of the reasons why I'm really beginning to ebb in as far as Notcoin is concerned. So I am super excited about that. Anyway, let's move over to dogs, DOGS, because if you take a look at the structure of dogs, the maximum supply is 550 billion US dollars in comparison to the market circulating supply, which is around 516 billion US dollars. Okay, so there's about, give or take 30 or under 30% remaining in order for it to sort of you've reached its maximum and total supply. So in terms of the tokenomics, right, obviously Dogs has got a better tokenomic arrangement in comparison to Hamster and Notcoin, because for example, Notcoin has got infinite maximum supply, which is quite scary, because anytime the team might want to sort of release a lot of Notcoin projects. So this has got a very dodgy tokenomic arrangement. So in comparison to Hamster and Notcoin, I really believe Dogecoin has got a better tokenomic, and you've got better longevity, stay power as far as Dogecoin is concerned. So obviously Dogecoin has been hammered as well, because if you look at the past 30 days, it has dropped down by about 26.6%, and the past 14 days have been absolutely crazy because it has dropped by about 17.4%. So will it be able to bounce back? And this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, okay, I'm seeing a lot of buying interest coming through as far as Dogs is concerned. So this is one of the reasons why it is very important for us to take a look at what is happening and just basically get to plan our stay. So personally, I really believe the current price should be close to the bottom. And take a look at the market supply, or rather the market cap right now, 371 million US dollars, fully diluted valuation almost 400 million US dollars. So this is pretty close to the bottom. If we end up dropping lower, so let's say for example we go to the previous low, which is around 600th of a cent, 0.000615 right over here, then all you got to do is dollar cost average your position in and just sort of buy a lot of it. Okay, so I would be buying at this particular level, and if the price goes down, I will buy some. I will buy some more, and if the price ends up dropping some more, I will get some more doggy coin right over there. Sorry, dog coins, dogs. There's a lot of dog coins, so it's very confusing. Okay, so that's all I had for you today. I really believe we're close to the bottom. We're super close to the bottom. So, Tone blockchain hasn't really shined. A lot of projects haven't really started performing yet. So there's going to be that euphoria phase where everybody's going to be talking about the Tone ecosystem, etc. So you guys are going to have a very good advantage over everybody else because at least you would have bought when the prices were going crazy. So take a look at Hamster right now. Hamster is really bouncing right over here. It's bouncing heavy and it's a very good sign. So, technical analysis does work. In case you guys have got any other questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Are you buying and scooping up Hamster, Notcoin, and Dogs Coin at this particular project moment? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, and yeah, let's get the discussions going in the comment section below. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.